and then boom, opens like a little book. What up guys, back with another video, and in this one I'm gonna show you guys how to crack the new PSA slabs. If you guys didn't notice, as of late PSA, they use new material, and you can identify the new material by the little indents. I think it says like 1 LR or something like that. And then if you have the old material, it's just the 21 stamped on it. It's pretty simple. You know, you just crack the corner, use the screwdriver, and then you can like crack it out. But for this one, the new material, it's a little different. They used like almost like this gel-like substance. It's harder to crack and try to get the corner out. So I did find a new method, and I'm gonna show you guys that today. Same materials that you need to crack the old slabs. I just have these cutting pliers that I got from Walmart. It's like $8. And then also a flathead screwdriver. You know, a lot of people say they don't like the new slab material just because it's harder to crack, like less plastic and stuff flies everywhere. So let me just show you guys how to do it. So I guess before we get started with the new material, I'm gonna show you guys how to crack the old slabs, just in case anybody haven't, you know, experienced that. But I would say to use like a bag, just because like I said, when you try to crack them out, they tend to fly everywhere. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just basically gonna show you guys crack the corners like this. Well, I'll just grab one of the corners and then I'll just clamp it, and then it would kind of bust out like that. And then what I would do is just take a little screwdriver and I would just crack it, and then I would go along the whole way just to get away from the card. Last time I tried, my first ever time cracking the slab, I shoved the screwdriver and it cracked. It came right through and it left a big old scratch, and I had to, you know, of course, I had to toss it. It was like a misty cider too. I was so sad. So I'm just cracking it apart, and then I'm just gonna grab it out of the perfect. It looks like this card's still pretty near mint. So that took like maybe, you know, what, a minute or two if you really rushed. But I like the old slabs because it was fast to crack, don't get me wrong, but it's like leaves such a big mess, you know. I know some people, they can crack it out of like these card sleeves, and it's a little, they'll keep it a little bit more in there, but I'm like, bro, I'm not dealing with that. So we got that. All right, so for the new slabs, like I said, the ones with the 21 LR that PSA used the new material on, beware if you do go in the corners of the new slabs and you get it and it becomes like squishy. I'll show you guys in a second. It is harder to actually like get a clean cut out of it. So just check before you crack your slabs. So this Blaziken, it's the same Cert 21 LR. And then if I try to grab it from this corner, it just like, no matter how hard I go, it just gets real gummy, you see. I don't know if you guys can see. Super gummy, and like it doesn't even crack at all. I'll just show you guys how to crack it out of the Blaziken. So what I like to do is I just like to go, key thing about this is these pliers, they're not necessarily sharp, but they're like kind of flat, so it's able to kind of grab the outsides of these, grab the outside of this, the back of this PSA slab, so that it's able to free the whole thing. So what I like to do is I just like to kind of try to grip the ends of it and then just crack it back. And then sometimes you could just snap it off too. So that side's loose. I hate these new material. It does take forever, but I mean, it's a little safer than the last methods. It just takes a little bit of time. Like, I guess PSA is just trying to make us work now to free our dang cards that they grade 9s and 8s. It's important to get the corners too, because I think that's like the main part where you're gonna be able to try to free both sides of the case. So I'm gonna just work this casing out. And then once you work the casing out of the whole thing, then it kind of just splits by itself. Like, just be careful. And then boom. See? Opens like a little book. And then it's kind of, you just flip it out. Okay, doesn't want to leave to true 9. And you even get this pretty clean. You didn't have to use, you really didn't have to use a screwdriver for this method. It kind of just comes apart. Easy, no mess. Compared to when we opened the Misty Blaziken, if you guys want to see. Still clean condition, no marks or anything. Didn't have to use a screwdriver for that chance of getting a mark. That's all I got for you guys. I appreciate you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Peace.